Definitely.
Ahoy.
And little Karl Pilkington.
Little
over there.
KP, the K-Man.
Steve,
Yes.
don't worry anymore.
Okay.
I've procured some great gifts to give away. I was tired of seeing all these other people getting gifts and that, and it was all going to that O'Doddle and O'Diddley. And Anderson and Sturgeon, or at least she steals them herself.
Well, at least she steals them herself to sell them to feed the habit, and that's fine. I don't mind that, because it's industrious.
Exactly. But I have got Feeder, Echo Park, I've got the Essential Bob Dylan. Now that is a good giveaway.
That's a great giveaway.
And Reloaded 3.
Did you buy these yourself?
No, little Carl found them.
I have to say, Carl, you've done an absolute dynamite job here, mate. This is great prizes.
And I thought we could play that trivia quiz where we're the challenge. If they get someone to catch us out, maybe, or something, a question.
You've confused me slightly. Explain again.
Well, we could play a little trivia quiz, couldn't we?
Right.
And then we could sell the fish.
Use the words that you need to complete the sentence,
and
Rick.
Then, we could do this.
What's the quiz?
I don't know.
You've not thought this through?
No. Coldplay in Yellow.
You've got to keep talking, Rick. We're on the radio.
I got bored.
Did you?
XFM 104.9.
Yeah, with Steve Merchant.
What I was saying was...
Yes.
We could have a little trivia quiz, right? This is how it works. Their phone in, yeah? Right? And they'll pitch a question to us two, right? We won't know it. They'll tell Carl, and Carl write down the answer, yeah? Or on his email, right? And then it might be something like, who was the first woman MP? And write down the answer, and they go, okay, Steve Ricky was the first one MP. We'll write it down, you know, and you'll write down something like the Queen,
yeah,
and I'll write down Britney Spears,
yeah.
And they go, well, Ricky says Britney Spears, and the answer is, did you see?
Yes.
And then whoever's...
So could they phone in, or can they email as well?
They can email as well, Steve.
Right. Okay, so let me just try and clarify this, because I didn't really follow that, and I know what the competition is.
Right.
People listening... Phone in or email in with a question, a trivia question. It can be about anything.
I don't do game shows,
but one which we may be able to get. Right? They phone in with that, or they email it in. But only Carl knows the answer. He asks us here in the studio the question. Ricky and I write it down independently. We hand it to Carl. We see who's got the right answer.
It's like 15 to 1, but 2 to 1.
And the great thing is that the best question that we'll vote on at the very end of the show can win these 3 CDs. We've got Feeder, Echo Park, The Essential Bob Dylan. That's a 2 CD set, Rick.
Maybe keep the questions highbrow to show our intellect, not things like pop and trivia and...
Good idea. And we've also got this big compilation, Reloaded 3. That's also a 2 CD compilation.
We'll start phoning and emailing now.
Emailing
go
with
berserk.
Your trivia
Absolutely
questions
go berserk.
For Gervais.
I'm best at science.
Well, don't start
don't
giving
say
hints. That's not fair, because I'll say I'm best at films if they want me to.
Yeah, but I've already said don't do trivia and entertainment and that.
Well, they should do. They should do trivia and entertainment. Music and films is what they should do.
No, they shouldn't.
Or old TV.
That's the cliche of XFM listeners, and I know they're more intelligent than that.
They're not, Rick. They're stupid people. They're stupid people, and they only know about a few things.
Garbage, Cherry Lips on XFM 104.9. Well, either they really want those CDs, or they want to embarrass us. Because the phone lines are going mad. And
they are going mad. We didn't even give out the phone number or the email, Rick. Shall I just give it out now?
Well, obviously don't need to.
Well, I ought to anyway, for those that didn't hear it but didn't know it already.
Of it.
08700 800 1234. Sorry, that's not 08700 08700, because I started again because I sort of fluffed slightly.
Yeah, go on.
08700 800 1234.
And when he says he fluffed, like that's not how he got into television.
Exactly. ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you want to email the question, and only Carl can see the screen, so there's no cheating.
Probably people don't know what fluffing is, do they?
No, I don't think so, Rick. Carl, have you had a question?
What, already? Are we doing it now?
Should we do it now? I think we should just drip them in throughout the course of the show.
Yeah, you could dripping them in. Go on. Ask us a question.
I thought this was a good one. It's from Clive.
Go on in.
Clive? We've got a listener called Clive. Wow.
That's all right.
Who was the first James Bond?
Oh, it's his film one. I know that.
No, but wait a minute.
I know this ambiguity because we've talked about it.
We've talked about this ambiguity before. You see, he might be deliberately embarrassing us because the old myth is that someone played it on radio.
Yeah,
that we all know and love.
Yeah.
Now, he should have specified, did he mean the film James Bond, the first film James Bond?
Can I just say, we won't count this one, because the definitive one, and I've talked to Glyn about it as well, it's Dr. No was the first one of the team that we
Sean Connery. So Sean Connery's the first screen James Bond.
So we agree on that, even if we're both wrong. What did he say it is?
I bet he said it was Bob Holness who played him on radio in, like, the 1950s.
He didn't say the radio bit, but he said Bob Holness.
From Blockbusters.
Yeah.
And I was drawing a little Blockbuster thing.
That's really spooky.
That's weird, isn't it?
But the thing about that is I'm worried if it might be a myth. It may be.
Well,
a
no,
myth.
I don't think it is. It's that we can't.
1
count
point to
that.
me then.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, you did. Did you know
definitely
it? Did you know it? Did
Yeah,
you
we
honest-
talked about
No rubbish. Yeah, but who? Well, if we talked about it, did I say it to you?
not. No, we agreed that it was Sean Connery because it just like we didn't count Casino Royale because you said it wasn't by the same team. And it
Yeah,
was
but
just
that wouldn't have been the first James Bond anyway, because that came later in the series. No, Rick.
No,
no.
there's no
Don't play
way.
the music.
There's no way.
That's clearly a point. You didn't know it was Bob Holness. He meant it was Bob Holness. I knew the answer. 1-0.
Well, fun-loving criminals, Scooby snacks. Anyway, it doesn't matter because we both agreed once in a pub that the right answer is Sean
Yeah,
Connery.
but wait a minute.
and we
Wait a minute,
both
Rick.
knew
The
that.
point's not that. The man phoned in with a question, and the answer the man was after was Bob Holness.
Oh, okay.
And that's the answer
I'll tell
I
you
gave.
what, the answer I was after was me.
But that's
I wanted-
nonsense,
I
Rick.
wanted
He's
me
the
to que-
question master, the man who phoned in. That's ludicrous. You to face the facts.
You can't say what number am I thinking of. You've
That's-
got, you've
what
got
are you talking about?
It's got to be the real answer.
No, but I knew the answer he was after.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, because that's, even if he's got it wrong, it's such common parlance now that Bob Holness was the first James Bond that I knew the answer. Face the facts.
Right, give us another question, Carl.
Jeez.
Give us another question.
God, he's a bad loser, isn't he?
I had a good one here, but
You've forgotten it?
Or
I sort of scribbled it down.
this is brilliant, isn't it?
Hang on a minute.
We can edit this out, can't we? It's not
Look at
live,
it,
is it? This
It's only a
is
piler.
It's gonna. This is gonna look great when it comes out. Go on.
Which food?
Yeah.
Carl, you know making up the question.
No, it's just that I sort of took down the important bits.
But this is amazing. This is amazing radio. Go on.
Which food kind of doesn't make you fat?
Jeez.
What kind of a question is that?
Oh, this is.
No, it is proper.
I love. Imagine this on the weakest link. What kind of food doesn't sort of make you? I mean, it doesn't make you fat.
This is ludicrous.
Okay. Do you want
Basically, no sort of calories in it.
me to? Celery.
Water.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Do you mean a vegetable?
No,
do you mean
you're right. You're right. Apparently, you.
Yeah, it uses
you
up more
use
calories to
eating
bite it than.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Rick.
One all.
No, it's not 1-0 because
Of course
you're
it
supposed to
is.
write it down.
You didn't know.
But you didn't. What do you mean I didn't know? You're supposed to write it down. That's the whole point. We're writing things
You
down.
said water. You said water.
But that's because I thought we weren't taking the question seriously because he didn't know what he's talking about.
1-0.
We got to set the rules. This is ludicrous.
Bit too much like Portishead for my liking.
Was it?
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it.
Beat a band. Well, that's because Portishead are from your neck of the woods, isn't it? Was it? Portishead, I think you'll find.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed myself.
Right. Well, another question, quick. Is this question a real question with a definitive answer, or is it like, what is my most comfortable chair?
I don't know why people aren't going to maybe like Trivia Pursuit or something. Just getting a question off that and then.
Because they're a little bit more discerning than that, Steve.
Rick, have you heard the questions? They don't know what they're talking about. This is stuff they've overheard in pubs.
Go on, ask it, Carl. I look at the Carl takes down and goes, "What's that?
I know.
What am I meant to write?" Go on, then ask this one.
Right. What sort? No. The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi?
Sorry, Anne, Mrs. Robinson, we're gonna have to let you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
You are the weakest link, Carl. Goodbye.
Yeah, go on.
The Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah, we've got the Pope. Yeah, that's not strictly a question.
He wears a.
He wears a dustman's hat. He wears gold-blimey trousers.
Does he
Yeah.
live in a council flat?
Yeah, he lives in a council flat.
He wears
but-
a semi-precious stone. What's the stone?
The Pope wears a semi-precious stone. What is the stone?
You mean what is it called?
Yeah.
What is it called?
What is it got like a kind of
Well,
papal
I
name?
think it's like, is it a
Is it-
18-carat one?
So we got to try and get
Right.
the carrot.
Yeah.
Of the Pope's
he
big
calls
diamond.
it Dennis. He calls it Dennis the Stone. Do they want the type of gem it is, like
Or is there
diamond,
some kind of
jade,
papal name
ruby,
for it?
or do they want it like the Rosetta Stone, or
I don't know.
the I can't actually play a record. Play 2 records.
Let's not.
Where's your head at? Basement Jacks. Right. Okay. Let's get this.
Have we
right.
have we knocked this on the head then? It's just not happening.
Oh, here he is. Look.
Here he is.
Come in. He's.
How have you?
Oh, I don't believe that.
Oh, that's pathetic.
I do not believe that.
That's absolutely pathetic.
Now, they won't believe this, will they?
No.
Right,
No.
if I say that Jonathan Ross just got his massive member out, and he is a big lad, Come and sit down.
I've got your tickets, Mr. Gervais.
Thank you.
What's going on here then? I mean, why are you dropping off tickets?
Well, because, you know, in the spirit of the Comedy Awards, we like to have the rising young stars of the British Comedy
That's
Awards.
right, and that's me.
Well, we couldn't find any this year, so we've asked Ricky whether he would sit in the rising young star seat, and I wanted to deliver the tickets personally, so there's no excuses if he doesn't turn up later.
Yeah.
I always suspected that you were sort of pretty well endowed.
Yeah.
And now we've seen. You know, it's on webcam.
That was just one of my cocks.
That's the one you're wearing today.
Did we?
Did you? Yeah, don't say that. No, we were in
This is meant to be the happening young station. What's going on?
No, you can't say stuff like that.
You can't.
Just careful what you say. Look at after Julian Clary. 10 years in the wilderness, and he comes back in a person life.
10 years in the
That can happen
wilderness.
to you.
That's Jesus you're thinking of, isn't it?
Just because you're on everything at the moment.
I walked in here and I came in here and I thought this is the young happening place, and what do I see in here? 3 old men sitting.
What are you talking about? I'm only 28, 27.
You all look, you're wrecked. You all look wrecked. You're
Well, that's because we're always partying.
I was looking for some youngsters. Where's the youngsters? I wanted to see some tight leather pants. I wanted to see some foxy chicks hanging on you every word. What is it? It's a bunch of old blokes on a block up there washing up in a sink.
But look at him. He even dresses for radio. Look
This
at
is
him.
ludicrous.
It's amazing. Looks like you're
I love the
one
fact
step
you were
away.
on the phone to Gervais last night, weren't you? Asking his advice
Yeah.
on clothes. Look at him. He's going for the man down the DSS.
I like that look. That's a nice look.
Isn't it? Thank
Have you got a single pair of trousers that aren't elasticated at the waist?
They're maternity jeans, aren't they? They've got a whole panel that pulls
The
forward.
thing is, what I do at the end of the week, I can pop these in a pan and I can make a nice soup with all the food that's encrusted in
That's
them.
his years as a homeless coming to the fore there.
Look at you,
But
one
why-
step away from Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I'd like to be that bit closer.
But why are you dropping off tickets? Are you a little bit... Because I thought you were married and stuff. Why do you suddenly got this obsession with Gervais?
Because
I'm a bit rough, aren't I?
yeah, it's like when you see Dale Winton out with those rough boys. I'd like to get one of my own.
when a top celebrity in a lovely looking suit walks down the corridor with his penis out,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'm still an
You
attractive
know
man.
you've arrived. I was inaugurated the same way. For me, it was Des O'Connor. It's like it's the passing on of the baton, if I may use that euphemism. and you've been battened.
But it's fantastic.
Well,
It
it's
is a pleasure. I don't think I'm complacent just because I'm mixed with people like you. I still wake up and think, I don't believe it. I'm mates with Jono.
Can I just point one thing out? I was listening to the show last week, and I heard you, as always, revealing a little too much about yourself, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah.
Steve tried.
Not as much as you.
No, but that was just for the benefit of the room.
Yeah.
And talking about when you used to occasionally urinate in the sink.
Yeah.
When you were around my house last time and I came in the kitchen and you looked a bit shifty. No, please reassure me.
It was more ownership. That
Yeah.
I was like, I went to my territory, and then other people that come in that go, has Gervais been round here? It's like just marking my territory.
Because my coffee the next morning had a hazelnut tang to it that I don't remember putting in.
Can I just say something? Because I mean, I used to, you know, mention to you, Gervais, when we first started getting involved in the business.
Yeah.
I used to say, if there was one celebrity I'd like to be friends with, it's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Ricky's befriended Jonathan Ross. I'm nowhere to be seen.
But
Not
Ricky
invited
told me-
round.
Ricky told me that I could be his friend, providing I never extended the arm of friendship.
Right.
to you.
Yeah, if you ever.
I thought as much.
He tries to keep everyone else down he works with, from the office, all the other shows. He tries to keep them down. He said,
I didn't even want
I'm
you to
number
come
one.
in. I wanted
Yeah.
to meet you on the steps.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to tell him you were around. But you called. He went, who's that? And he saw your name come up and he went, well, can I meet him?
Well, you're all coming tonight, aren't you?
This isn't Radio 2, by the way. These links are way too long. This is snappy radio. We have to play out.
Yeah.
You might
The
be
kids
John
have lost
Ross,
interest.
But
Put some more-
the kids want to hear Coldplay, Cut a Toad.
You know what I like? How about some more of that instantly forgettable hip hop you play each week? One of those obscure hip hop hooray. That's the worst feature on British radio. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wait a minute,
I've heard your
As I was
quiz on
saying to
Radio
Bruce
2.
Forsyth
You're
the
having a
other day, I
laugh.
said the hip hop's had its day. You saw that one.
Put it away. Put it away.
I'm Carl.
Carl, how you doing?
I'm all right. Got a question for you.
Quiet man.
Got a question.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious stone does the Pope wear?
It's easy.
Go on.
Topaz.
Is that the right answer?
I don't know. I might have wrote it down.
I'm really sorry, Jonathan.
It's not what he publicly admits to, but I have to know because I was hanging out with him at the Groucho one night, and he was saying, "Oh, look at this, look at this, look at that topaz. Go and buy that. Look at that. Vatican City."
Look at that. We can make a nice ring out of that, he said.
Didn't go anywhere, but thanks for asking. I better go. I've got to go. I've got to go and buy
you.
some winkle pickers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy
Nice to meet
it.
you, Stephen.
Yes.
Carl, I wish I could say it'd been a pleasure, but actually it was quite creepy.
See you later.
Question, please.
You too. Beautiful day.
Yep.
Now, I was just saying that's probably one of my singles of the year, but was it this year or the year before?
Oh, crumbs, I don't know.
It was, I think, was it 2000, the album? It was the first one off the album. Maybe that could be a question. No, we need the answer, don't
No,
we?
we don't know the answer.
No, it's good.
Can I just ask, Jonathan Ross just came in there to drop off some tickets for the Comedy Award show that he's hosting
Yeah.
later this evening.
Yeah.
Interesting, of course, a man who's 40 and still thinks it's funny to get his penis out.
It is,
I love that. Because it's like, when's that novelty going to wear off?
74, 75, when it's just too horrible to show
Exactly,
in
yeah.
public, I imagine.
But so he dropped off some tickets for you.
Yeah.
Was asking you fashion advice last night.
Yeah.
He came after a 3-hour radio show he's just done on Radio 2. Good show, by the way, worth tuning in to. He came straight around here, dropped some tickets off for you. He's now got to go and rehearse that show.
A lovely man.
I was out with you last night.
Yeah.
Went into this pub, like kind of that we've been to a few times before. Went in there, and this guy came in and said, "Your usual table, Ricky? Your usual table." Can I just ask you 2 questions, Godfather? One is, have we won a prize tonight? On
I
National
don't
Comedy
know.
Awards?
We genuinely
And 2,
don't know.
Can you have someone iced for me? It's ludicrous. What have you suddenly got over all these people that they're doing all this for you? When have you suddenly become the daddy?
Well, I came from nowhere, and I've got Polaroids of the head of all the
Right,
stations.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because what I'm worried about is that, like, when we're wrapped up in our winter coats, you're walking on there in your little sort of, little black overcoat, and I must look like your hood. Do you know what I mean? Like your goon that walks with you. Twice as tall.
Very much like Edward G. Robinson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You are with a pug face, obviously.
Yeah. Well, don't go on about it.
Sorry, that was a bit
Freak.
hard. All right, no, I don't know. You just
Wow.
about that. There's something
We've
in the
not.
piece like that.
Even Jonathan Ross couldn't save this show.
No.
It is the only A celebrity I know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
all
it.
out of ideas. I thought we'd have a trivia game. That's rubbish because he can't read.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what is it?
So are we knocking the trivia game on the
Yeah, yeah.
Should we, let's have one final question.
what
What's
about
the
the
answer?
answer? What
To
about
I
the
don't
answer?
know. I don't know.
For the Pope one.
I don't know.
We couldn't even figure out the question, Carl.
What's the stone? What's the stone?
Hang on a minute.
Just entertain yourselves at home while Carl looks for the question.
Anthurst.
Amethyst.
Amethyst.
Yeah.
Amthurst. No, she was the first woman MP, I think you'll find. Amthurst. Ruby or Diamondo?
So have you got maybe a final question?
That's still
Carl,
one
that
on
can
it.
decide-
Okay, do a
is this one on
decider
there?
and then we knock this on the head.
Yeah.
Go on then.
What?
Who?
Have you not been practicing in all these? We've had ads, we've had music.
Oh, where? What?
Rick, I don't think we should call ITV later.
With
this.
Maybe he was talking about Jonathan's inquiry about sartorial elegance tonight. Where
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like summed up that conversation in
What's
just
the
two.
most expensive pub in London? Ricky won't know because he never pays.
Hang on, wait a minute. What does that mean?
What does that mean? You want me to buy? I'll buy the pub. How much is that? It's £1 million,
No, like,
sir.
if you go in, according to the Time Out Guide 2001, if you went in there and bought a big round, it's a day pub.
It's an expensive pub.
Imagine this on Millionaire. Imagine that question
Why
on
is it all
Mastermind.
too vague?
I know your specialised subject, how much things are and that, and whether they make you fat when you eat them. Then
It's in London.
Is this like some guy went in the pub last night and thought, this is a bit pricey? This is the most expensive pub I've ever been in.
I'm going to expose them
Exactly.
on Ricky and Steve's show.
But does it mean, like, maybe is it a pub or a club, maybe, where you've got to be a member?
No, it's a pub. I'll narrow it down. It's in Covent Garden.
Punch and Judy.
That's it.
Has he got it right?
Yeah.
Well, I have to hand it to you. Well done.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
So who was that? Who was that question from? Because maybe that they should get these 3 CDs.
Let's give them that.
Who is it, Carl?
There's no way of verifying that. That's probably libelous. They've probably
it's from
made.
the Time Out Guide.
Okay. All right.
Carl, who
What are
was
you
it?
moaning for? You got it right.
Yeah, I won. Yeah. I won.
Carl, who was it that won? Well, listen, they know, so they've won.
Yeah. Right.
This is genius radio. This is
I
brilliant.
tell you
We're
what's
slick.
letting us down? Him.
I know.
KP the P-Man. When he was just doing the press buttons and it was cool. Now we let him on the air because we thought it was funny. We quite like him. He's digging a grave for us. Right, listen, this is a new feature I've introduced called Songs I'd Like to Play on the radio. And
Oh, this is falling apart.
and a friend of mine sent me a little CD of little treats and stuff. And one of them is this track. It's called Monkey Man. It's from the Rolling Stones. Play it, Carl. It's an absolute gem.
And what was that again, Steve?
Rolling Stones and a track called Monkey Man. That's from a double CD, not available in the shops. My friend Dave G made a compilation for me, birded it onto CD using modern technology. That's one of the tracks on there.
What's his name?
Dave Greenwood, obviously breaking several copyright laws
Exactly.
there. I would not encourage anyone to make copies of anything for anyone. It's breaking
His
the
name
law.
again, if the police are listening.
Dave Greenwood lives in Nottingham. I can
How
give details.
dare he do that for you?
It sickens me, Rick.
He's making you receive,
Stolen goods,
Yeah.
and there's various artists on there who've barely got a penny, who are losing money hand over fist. The Rolling Stones, for instance.
Yeah,
The
and
Doors.
XFM have done that as well, played it off, and that's terrible. Now we've implicated those as well.
XFM are culpable, so is Dave G. Thankfully not us, Rick.
No.
We're just middlemen caught up in it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mr. Biggs behind this.
There's always
and we're
Mr.
just
Biggs,
pawns
sure.
in his game. Aren't
And so that's, I'll be playing another track from that later on.
I've got a lovely couple of little tracks on my hip hop selection.
Looking forward to it.
Is
Incidentally, can I just ask, Rick, did you get a little gift here from XFM?
I did. I got a lovely little voucher here. It was very nice.
Yeah, very thoughtful. I've also got one. How much is yours for?
£25
To spend at John Lewis or Waitrose. A little kind of gift voucher there.
I think I'll do Waitrose, because food, you can get a good lot of food for 25 quid.
Absolutely right.
You can't get a lot of like haberdashery for 25 quid. So I'll be going with the food option.
The thing about the gift voucher, a lot of people will I'm sure receiving these over the Christmas period. The thing about the gift voucher is it's like here's £25, but I've limited where you can spend it.
It's like they don't want to give money because that's go. Say this is like money, but not as versatile.
Exactly. You can't spend it in as many places. But it's the thing is that surely the thing about a gift is, you don't want people to know how much it was.
And unless you're letting them buck their ideas up for next year.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If an aunt gives you like, a single, like a step single, and you've given her 25 quid at the body shop, you're saying, you know how much that single costs.
Exactly.
So do I. I'm not going to say, right?
Yeah.
Let's make up the difference next year,
Exactly.
aren't we? You know what I mean? Let's spend 50 quid on me next year.
Yeah.
Do you know how much he got?
How much did you get? Did you get a gift voucher as well?
Yeah, but I work here all week.
Right. How much do you get?
150.
150 quid?
Yeah.
What, on gift vouchers?
Yeah.
To spend at the same places? I'd have to say, though, I mean, it's not a very inventive gift, is it?
It's a
Whoever
lovely
came up with
thought,
it.
though.
It's a lovely thought. It's wonderful to have £25 that I can only spend in 2 places I never go in. But, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Any
I'm not
ungrateful, anyway.
looking a gift horse in the mouth. It is a treat.
He spoke to Jonathan Ross like he was a normal person.
From someone whose dad buys him a spade for Christmas, I thought you'd be grateful.
My only thought is that John Lewis and Waitrose, I mean, it's not very rock and roll. It's not very XFM, is it?
No,
I mean,
whereas-
a tattoo parlour, maybe, in a
or
bike
a
shop.
piercing. I might get my face pierced, just a big bolt through my head.
But I mean, they're a little bit, aren't they a little bit like The Man? Aren't they a little bit mainstream?
Yeah.
Rick? Eh?
What would
I thought
Billy
we were
say
rock and
about
roll.
this? Oh, play a record and don't make it a square record. Something on an indie label or something, or something that hasn't been even recorded.
Yeah, that can't even become available ever.
Yeah, I don't know what instruments they're playing.
Oh, not the guitar.
Sum 41. In Too Deep. All right, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time,
Eh?
hasn't it?
What has?
That seemed a long time, all that music we
Yes,
played.
no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's annoying, actually, that Karl never went to the email, because the questions have been sent in there.
Are they good?
Questions, and they've all been sort of neatly spat out with the correct answer. For instance, I might have asked you this if I was the quizmaster,
Go on.
Rick. How many noses do slugs have?
Oh, I think
is an
it's
interesting question.
4.
It is 4.
Yeah.
Point to you there. Let me just see if I can find another one. Who, according to the current issue of Viz, is a cycloptic pop temptress?
Oh, don't know. Is it a pun on her having one eye and sounding like...
Cycloptic is the clue. There's only one pop temptress.
Oh, it's Gabrielle.
Of course.
Yeah.
2 points.
Mine are better, he didn't get them. These are rubbish.
Have you ever watched a quiz show?
Because I can understand the question. They're rubbish, I suppose, aren't they? That gives me a chance to know what the answer is required. Go on.
Let me see if I can find another one for you. No, you're never going to get that one. That's too hard.
Oh no, that just
teases you more,
Yeah.
doesn't it? What's the name of? No, that's boring. That one. Sorry,
there you
it's
go.
beginning to fall apart again now. Here we are. What's the proper name for Big Ben?
Is it St Stephen's Tower?
You know, it absolutely is. That's 3 out of 3. That's fantastic.
Yeah, because the bell named after something like Benjamin so and so works in it. It's St Stephen's Tower, and that's the big bell.
It's actually, in a weird way, I didn't know any of those. So it's actually quite good that we did kind of balls it up with Karl, because otherwise there'd have been egg on my face.
Yeah, but I still won. I just won less.
Oh, did you? Yeah, you did win.
Yeah.
I've already forgotten. I already wiped that out of my memory.
Yeah, but hey, Steve, it's not me that's the real winner. It's Neil who asked that question
About pubs.
and
was
he's
3
got
CDs.
those 3 CDs. Just tell him what they are again. Just
Feeder, Echo Park, a compilation called Reloaded 3, lots of great stuff on there, and the Essential Bob Dylan 2 CD.
Have you
set.
called him and told him?
No, not yet.
This is such a shambles, isn't it? Because what if he goes out or something?
Actually, if he's listening, can he give us a call?
That is so lazy.
Can't we call him like Tarrant would?
I would have
That's
had his
surprising.
number.
You've not got his number?
I forgot.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
I said get the numbers, Karl.
I wanted to go for the Pope one.
Karl, do you actually work here in the week? Or, like, did you just, like in a film when they knock someone on the head, put on the spacesuit and go to the moon instead?
Is it like Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox? You actually work in the post room, but Saturdays there's no one around that recognises you.
So you pretend that you're a producer?
Yeah.
Because you don't seem to know any of the rules.
Because I reckon that name's made up.
When did I say a producer? When did I say I was?
Karl
one?
Pilkington is a name that you'd come up with on the spot.
No, he doesn't work. No, he's not a producer. He says he works in sound.
He works
That's what
in
he says.
sound.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Work with this. This is my song for the lovers. It's a beautiful beautiful track. I've played it before. I'll play it again. It's one of my favourite tracks of all time. It's Bob Dylan. If You See Her, Say Hello. Here's a little bit of trivia for her. This is the last song I ever played on the old XFM before
Wow.
they came in and said, OK, you can go now.
That's incredible.
Isn't it?
Bringing tears to my eyes.
Lovely. Well, the greatest singer-songwriter of all time.
Beautiful.
With one of his best songs there.
Absolutely.
Bob Dylan, If You See Her, Say Hello. She might be in Tangiers. I mean, he's having a go.
I mean, if you're going to go to Tangiers on the off chance to try and find her, I wouldn't bother.
yeah,
You know.
but I mean, you know, he's
certainly if you're
thinking-
going to be there, then
he's
have a look for
desperate.
it.
He's desperate. He's going, well, she might be in Tangiers. Have you checked upstairs? She's definitely not upstairs. just have a look. Well, anyway, that was Song for the Lovers. But because I'm so excited about having such great prizes to give away for the first time, some albums that Carl found,
I got 'em.
we've got the lucky winner on the line. Hi, Neil. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ricky.
Hi. You're a winner with XFM.
Fantastic.
yeah. Do you like Feeder? They're a good group, aren't they?
See, well, yeah, the kids seem to like him.
They do. The kids like them, and then Bob Dylan. He's a great, lovely bloke with a guitar, isn't he?
You're working hard, aren't you?
I'm fed up with this, mate. Really, honestly, I just don't know what else to do. I come in every week. I try and
right.
do. Yeah,
You have to write a new series of The Office.
I'm
That's what you have to do.
I'm trying, but I've got voiceover work now, so there's more money in that. You know.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Willie's adverts.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry, I shouldn't mention that shit on the radio.
No, it's all right. It's all
So,
right.
Neil, Steve Merchant here. Will you be looking forward to receiving these albums? You've got Feeder, Echo Park, Bob Dylan album, the best of, and a compilation. You looking forward to them?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, it's going to really lift my Christmas haul. I'm not going to get to go home this year, so that's going to make up for it, I'm sure.
Neil, what of those three? Which one will you be putting on first?
I think Feeder, Echo Park, because the kids seem to like it.
Okay.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
What will you be
Neil.
doing for the rest of the weekend? Are you going to be chilling out?
I'm chilling, man. I'm freezing. I'm playing golf right now.
That's madness.
It's very
Yeah.
cold out here.
What's your handicap?
What's my handicap? My short game's terrible, but
Right, yeah. You're going to be watching the National Comedy Awards this evening. I hear that The Office is nominated.
you guys are the shoe-in.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You're a shoe-in. It's yours.
Thank you. I don't know what a shoe-in is, but I'd like to go to
I
one.
think it means like foot in the door.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Does
no,
it?
not foot in the door. It's like
No.
it's yours. Your name's already on it.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
would think so. Yeah. Well, why would Ross stop around?
I don't think he makes the decisions.
Neil,
but
thanks very much for calling. Those prizes are going to be winging their way to you.
We're just like real DJs, aren't we, Neil? Just say we're just like real DJs, and we'll leave you
guys-
alone.
You guys are just like real DJs.
Thanks
Enjoy
very
your
much.
game.
Cheers. Bye. Step on my old size 9 Stereophonics.
Absolutely.
Well, talking to Neil, it all brought it home. You know, maybe I should give it a little bit back.
Yeah, you've had
I'm-
a good year.
I'm hanging out with Jonathan Ross. I'm
Exactly.
doing ads,
Yeah.
right? But I care. I'm still in touch. You know what I mean? I'm still down with it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know, it's coming up to the time of year where we should, you know, care about people less fortunate than themselves. And what I've done, I've recorded a Christmas single,
That's beautiful.
and all proceeds are going, you know, to little sick people and that. And
Are there going to be any proceeds?
there's gonna be not a sausage,
Right.
so I'm
Right.
safe.
But I'll tell you this, I was thinking actually, I was listening this morning, and you go in, doing some Christmas shopping, you go in the shops, and there's always, you know, Walking in a Winter Wonderland, and all those songs. You know, no one writes those sort of things anymore.
No,
Uh,
well, you're wrong, Steve.
really?
Listen to this. It's
What's it
called
called?
"Don't Cry, It's Christmas."
Let's hear it. Ricky
Don't
Gervais.
cry, it's a little game.
Do you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's already become a standard. One of the classics.
Thanks. There's a star, Ash.
Good.
It's a great show so far, isn't it?
Enjoying it, Rick, but I'll tell you this, what worries me is
on.
something we've not done, which is what we've not taken on board some stuff I've heard from the management. They've said they've enjoyed the kind of light-hearted flippery, you know, in
Yeah.
the past on the
Yeah,
show, and
yeah.
you know, the likes of Jonathan Ross getting
Just-
their
just
knobs
popping in.
out.
Yeah.
But they just feel that sometimes it's a little bit cheap. Rick,
No,
a little
in
bit
what-
crass, and they
in
just
what
want us to
way?
perhaps be a little bit more highbrow at times, a little
Well,
bit
look at
more
that, 'cause I mean-
thoughtful. Well, you're a smart guy.
I am,
know
yeah.
that.
Well, I've proved that with Clugs having 4 noses and Stephen's Tower.
Can I ask you, Rick, about politics?
What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Because
Politics.
I am a political person.
I thought as much.
Go on.
What on the politics? What do you make of who to vote for?
Vote for the government, whoever's in the government.
Yeah.
That's
The
it.
Liberals ever?
No, not if they're not in government. No,
Okay. What about the foot and mouth, which a lot of people are worried about?
don't worry about it.
No.
No.
Recession is hit, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. Should
Yeah.
they? What should they do about
Get
it?
another one.
Get another job.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, this is, I mean, you can have this for free. If you do lose your job or something, get another one, but get one that's even better than the one you lost.
Right. Okay, good advice.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were just like kind of the post boy before, like Carl,
Get in charge of the company, get a manager's job.
right, become director general or something.
More money.
Good.
And don't
Oh.
lose that one.
Okay. And what else is concerning people? No, we get calls all the time, Rick, to the station. People saying I'm worried about the war in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
What do you make of the war? Is it one of your favourites?
Well, no. My favourite. All war's bad. My favourite.
I'm putting you on the spot here. What is your favourite?
Falklands.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it? The Falklands War?
It was a range war.
What does that
Do you
mean?
know what
I
that means,
don't
Carl?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember drawing pictures at school and that.
Yeah, it means that our missiles could go sort of 17 kilometres, and the Argies only had missiles that go like 9 kilometres. So we just parked our boats about 12, 13 kilometres off it, and we were shelling them. Shelling it out of there, right? And theirs were falling in the water.
Yeah.
So it's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length,
Right, and he's trying to punch you.
and he can't reach, and you're just kicking him in the balls at will. That was.
Rick, a lot of people talk about WW1 as being the Great War. Was it a great war for you?
No, it was a good war. It wasn't a great war.
Right. What's the problem for
Well,
you?
I liked the bayonets and the trenches and all that stuff, but I could have done without the poetry.
Right.
Only because the poetry's a little bit bent. And what I'm saying is the only time that it isn't bent in a war. But there's beautiful. But there's one now I remember. It goes, "We are the dead. Once we lived, felt dawn on our face, but now we lie in Flanders fields." Be honest, if you'd have had a gun in your hand instead of a pen,
Yeah.
you might be alive
You would
today.
be dead, yeah,
and the war
yeah.
would have been over by Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
losers.
politics, Carl.
Any other questions, Carl, you want
and,
solved? Any high
economics? I've done economics.
Because yes,
war.
the economical.
Anything else?
I just think you should look after yourself. You know what I mean?
Carl, I've just got something to say to you. Hip hop, hooray!
Hey.
Let's play my hip hop track.
Whoa. Hey.
Put your hands in the air.
Yay.
Move them round like you just don't care.
Yeah, you're not even bothered.
I'm playing an old school track this week, Rick. I'm going
Excellent.
back in time, rewinding the
Are
clock.
you spelling school, Steve?
Oh, with a K.
Go on.
Ever heard of anything by Digital Underground? The Humpty Dance, you might
The
remember.
Humpty Dance.
Do you remember that?
That was a fellow sat on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was getting dissed by
Yeah.
the police, and he fell. And he broke all up, and the king's horses shouldn't have really been sent to repair an egg. They couldn't do it because of their hooves.
Anyway, Digital Underground, for those that don't remember, was an Oakland group led by Shock G and Chop Master J.
Go on.
But of course, most famous now for the fact that they featured Tupac Shakur.
Love him.
Where he first began. You'll hear him on this track. It's called, which one have I chosen here? I think it's called The Same Song. Have a listen. Ross was slagging off the hip-hop feature, wasn't he, when he came in earlier? And how can he not like that? Digital Underground, same song.
I think he was scared of it, Steve. I think he was intimidated
understand it.
by your youth.
Well, he's scared of the youth. He's scared of the fact that I'm down with it, the homers and the bitches and the hoes.
Yeah.
Because he's not with that, you know? He looks dapper. If they saw him in the street walking down like a ponce, they'd just laugh and jeer, but
Yeah.
probably rhythmically.
Yeah.
You know, and he couldn't come back at anything.
And you'd be high-fiving and
Oh,
everything.
they'd be loving
you.
me.
I think he was intimidated by your style. I think he's jealous of you, to be honest.
Do you know, I think what he's probably most jealous of is the looks.
Yeah, I think
Do you know what I mean? I got the new haircut because we might be on the telly later.
He didn't mention that, did he?
Did he? Well, he's never seen the old one. You've kept him from me. He's got nothing to compare it with.
But that was a great hip-hop selection there.
Yeah, lovely.
Even
lovely
though I say so yourself.
Rick, we've had a couple of people because they've listened to your dissection of current politics and economicals.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of questions for you.
Go on.
We've had one from Jimmy Ruffin. He says, "What becomes of the broken-hearted?"
Oh dear. That is a difficult one. I don't think I've got time to go into it because
You've not?
it's a very delicate problem.
Can you answer this one from the KLF? What time is love? Any ideas? Listen, keep those questions coming in for Ricky Gervais. You may be able to sort them out later. Have we got a song to play, Carl? Let's whack it on. Still to come, the song of the day.
It's not the end of the world. Super furry animals.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. XFM 104.9.
Rick, you going to do your film review for us? We've got time for it, I think.
I'm not. No,
Why not?
I'm not going to do it anymore.
You're not going to do it anymore?
No.
You love it, don't you?
No, it's great, and I just think it's time. You know, I did a dozen, but I did all the films that I would give like 9 or 10 out of 10 for. I don't want to drop the standards.
Right.
I don't want to start doing films that are 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
That's where a lot of film reviewers go wrong.
Yeah, Ross
I've
being one of them.
Yeah, I've seen them go, oh, this is worth 7. Don't do it then.
Yeah.
If it's no good, don't do it.
Know it yourself.
No.
Sure.
So
no more film reviews?
no,
Oh.
until a great film comes out.
Sure, okay.
Like Braveheart 2 or something. Yeah. Which would be 9 now.
Quite
It
an
was-
eventful,
yeah,
I'd have thought.
yeah. So 9 for that in
well-
advance.
Rick, it's almost the end of the show, and still got time for the song for the ladies.
I can't
but
wait.
Carl won't be here next week.
Well, he was going.
Where are you heading, Carl? Going away for Christmas? Tell us.
What? It's a secret. What you want?
Well, in case your fans try and track you down.
What? You going taking pictures of planes in Greece? What?
Political.
Rob your house. don't they?
Satirical, Steve. Satirical.
Where are you
Yeah.
going? What are you doing?
If I tell you what, if I was caught in a foreign country and the government got said no, it's okay, they were train spotting or plane spotting, I go no, I am a spy.
Exactly.
No, I am a spy. No, it's all right. You were train spotting. I wasn't spying. Please.
I saw you at the Doctor Who convention as well.
No, probably an assassin or something. I think
Yeah.
I'm probably an assassin.
Carl, where are you going, mate? Tell us. Come on, we haven't
You're
got
not meant
time.
to say when. What's that here?
What?
People rob your house if.
Yeah, we didn't say tell us your address, tell us where you leave the key, and then tell us you're going on holiday. We said where you going on holiday.
Barbados.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, showing off.
Yeah.
Boasting.
I'll tell you what, Steve. What I'd like to see, and a lot of the listeners right there too, pop round there now. Touch him for Christmas.
Shall I touch him for Christmas?
Touch him any way you like for Christmas.
Can
Love
I just
him for
introduce the
Christmas.
song for the ladies before?
Well, love him for Christmas though.
Can I just say
Yes,
what
but
the
as
song
long
is?
as you love and touch
We're going to
him.
leave you with the excellent Tim Buckley, of course, father of Jeff.
I'm just going to
and,
be watching, but
this is a
love
track
him.
that was
Look at his
also-
little face.
Also on that CD that my friend Dave sent me earlier, so if you don't like it, blame him.
Yeah.
While he's been arrested
And if-
by the copyright police. And it's called Buzzin' Fly. Let me touch you, Carl.
Don't, Steve.
Go on.
A man for Christmas.
I'm not coming
Kissing
back.
a man.
Licking.
Kissing a man
Mate.
for Christmas.
Oh,
You're
look
not in
that.
touch with your feminine side at all. I can put you in touch with your feminine side
going.
and my feminine
I'm liking
side.
it. So I can't look. I'm busy.
Let's put each
Look,
other
I'm
in
busy.
Oh, good.
Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Hôm nay bên em lại về một chiếc xe Hyundai Accent, xe sản xuất 2021, bản đặc biệt 1.4 số tự động, và xe có phiên bản này là phiên bản màu đỏ. Accent là một trong những dòng mà phân khúc hạng B. Giá cả rất phải chăng và đẹp. Bạn có thể nhìn thấy mặt ca năng lưới tản nhiệt rất là đẹp luôn. Biểu tượng Hyundai. Đèn trước thì rất là thể thao và cũng rất là sáng đẹp. Đấy. Xe phiên bản màu đỏ, số tự động rất thích hợp cho cả phụ nữ và đàn ông. Đấy. Và hôm nay em phải giới thiệu con này vì là con này mới đi được 1 năm thôi, nhưng mà chủ đã muốn bán bởi vì nó cũng bị va quẹt ở phần sườn bên chính. Đấy. Chưa vào phần chassis, chưa bung túi khí nhưng mà đã bị gò hạt, vì vậy là chủ nhân là muốn bán đi. Đấy, các bạn thấy Hyundai Accent biểu tượng rất là đẹp. Xe màu đỏ, đèn hậu rất là đẹp các bạn nhìn này. Tôi tượng Mercedes, lốp la răng thì các bạn có thể thấy là rất là mới, tay nắm cửa mạ chrome, 4 quả lốp đi dài dài, mâm rất là đẹp, xi nhan tích hợp ở gương. Tối em xin chào tất cả mọi người.
Feeder, come back around on XFM 104.9. You're listening to Ricky Gervais.
I'm with him as well, Steve Merchant.
I was thinking of dropping that.
What?
Thinking of dropping that, just going, because it's just too, that's all that. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington too. I mean, get to the music, so it's, hi, I'm Ricky Gervais, this is XFM.
Sure.
Here's Radiohead. Somebody then come out, that was Radio at XFM, I'm Ricky Gervais. Tony Blair, what's he all about?
Yeah.
That sort of,
Snap,
that went
yeah.
fast, because I quite, on a serious note, and you've always been saying it, I listened to an old show, because when Karl was compiling those things, I listened to an old show, and I listened to me, and I'm really concentrating now because I sounded like the most inarticulate, brain-damaged older drunk I have ever heard given a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked. Not finishing sentences, leaving out words, slurring, just doing noises that you understand because you know me.
Yeah.
So I'm really going to make an effort for the listener.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? You're going to give up after about 3
But I
records.
thought you were joking. And I thought it was like, oh, he's taking it there. Did it
Yeah,
then, you see?
again, I don't quite know what that sentence meant.
No, but...
Well, of course, I've got also your body language and your facial gestures, but obviously the listeners have got nothing
they
else.
haven't
They've
got
just got the
pointing.
voice. They've
Yeah.
just got the voice for it. That's all they've got. That's all they can rely on.
Yeah.
And when Karl Pilkington is the man holding the show together,
When he's the
that's quite
most
damning.
articulate.
Exactly. Exactly.
How did I come across?
You came across as lovely. I mean, I did an interview yesterday, right? And I was trying to describe you to this journalist, and I was going, it's like a cat can talk. because the things you say, I just want to know what your world is. You know, when a cat comes in, you go, "Where have you been?" And it looks as you're like, you know, it can nearly understand you, and you want, I wonder, I'd love to know what that cat thinks. And with you, it's almost like we've got one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like that?
You can also lick your own testicles, I think, can you? So, yeah.
Should we play the Doves? Doves, Caught by the River on XFM 104.9. You're listening to Ricky Gervais. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday.
Were you asked to appear on Celebrity Fat Club?
No, no.
Was there any? Was there? Seriously, did an invite come
No,
in?
I don't think they did. I knew about it, and I was waiting for the call, and I was
Yeah.
going to be insulted, but it didn't come.
Didn't come.
It didn't
How
come.
much are you looking forward to it? I'm quite excited about it.
I
really
am
am.
excited to it, yeah.
I don't know if
very-
people know. Are you aware of this, Carl? This is this Celebrity Fat Club. It's a new one of those reality shows. It's 10 celebrities, I think. They're all overweight, and they've got to lose weight over the course of the series.
And they're celebrities.
And they're celebrities.
That's why I've called it that.
Celebrity Fat Club.
So who've they got?
Well, I'm very excited because one of them is, you know, that guy who was in Pop Idol but didn't win in the end, that really big fat guy, Rick Waller, Fats Waller, as I call him. And I was reading about him on the web earlier. It says he's been told to lose 17 stone because they reckon he might be dead by the age of 40 if he doesn't lose weight. Seriously.
How old is he now?
I don't know how old he is. He's only in his 20s, isn't he?
Well, that's still a good
But
20 years of cake eating.
it says he was shocked to find he weighed 31 stone when he stepped on the scales at the start of the show.
31 stone.
31 stone. But I love
That's
the fact.
really big.
I like the fact it says he was shocked to find he weighed it.
Yeah.
I had no inclination.
I kept my eye off the ball. Didn't I?
Exactly.
That must be all those breakfasts.
I haven't stood on the scales for years, and I didn't know how much I weighed. Rick told the Sun.
31 stone, right? That is having a man on your back and carrying a man in your arm. Just basically two men are going everywhere.
It
ready
is
for a
obscene
bus.
because he looks. Have you seen him? He looks like one of those people who's wearing one of those inflatable sumo outfits.
Yeah.
He's just a little head and like a sort of. Oh,
We're not having a go at fat people.
I'm having a go at him, Rick.
No, because it might be glandular. It's not. It's greed.
Exactly.
Do you know what? This is true. When I did that Room 101, and I did one they cut out completely. I don't think I'd cut it out on taste. I think it was just too long. And one of the ones I put in was fat people who say it's glandular, right? And they'd done the research, and 2% of obese people can claim it's glandular. The rest, they just eat too much.
But the
Alright?
thing about Waller is he was going on there, on the telly going, it's good, what a wonderful role model I am for people who don't conform to the usual pop star sort of stereotype. No, you're not a role model for anyone. You are a fat pig of a man. I'm sorry, but you are... No, Rick,
But
be honest
we've
with me, it
discussed
is
this.
obscene.
It's not his weight that disturbs me more, it's his gums.
Well.
They're horrible. They've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Haven't they? They have been
The
through a
weight
lot.
does concern me slightly. Do you remember when he did his version of I Will Always Love You?
Yeah, but
I thought he was just singing about like a buffet or something.
yeah, outside the chip shop.
Yeah.
Go away, Mr. Waller.
Yeah.
Do people-
Just let me watch the kebab rotate once more.
No. Can I lick the fat off the floor? No, you can't. I just imagine those people who run all-you-can-eat buffets, when they hear him coming, they shut the door.
It's like it's one of those 1920s speakeasy. The front changes into like a laundrette. Just move on, fats. It's not. I can smell chip fat. No. Move on you go.
But, I mean, we're not Olympic fat Brits. They are also fat. 31 stone is sort of, quite big. But the American, that one, did you see that one? Seriously, we talked about it before. That one on Jerry Springer. And he was 75 stone. Did you see
75
He
stone?
was in his bed. Honestly, it looked like a, I don't know, sort of molten lava in his bed. And it was actually sad, and I was really sad, because he was, he was in tears, and he was going, this is it, I'm gonna do it. And Jerry Springer took the wall down, and they got him, to get him in a special ambulance and everything. But my point is this, right? When he got to say 50 stones, didn't he go, that's a lot, innit?
I gotta be careful.
For a human.
Exactly.
For someone that lives on land.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
that is, I'll tell you, the fact is they have to have special weighing equipment, so wasn't that a clue?
That must have been.
The fact they had to get in someone from next door to lift up a bit to tell him
Yeah.
how much he weighed.
Yeah, the fact that he featured on the Ordnance Survey map should have been a clue. That
We've given
it's
you
time-
your own mare.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Stop eating.
Eating.
Oh,
Fat. Always amazing to hear that, isn't it, Rick?
It's
Sugar.
fantastic. It's
I
such
Can't
a
Change Your Mind.
great tune.
I was listening to Copper Blue, the album from which
Yeah.
that's taken again. It's just fantastic.
Old
it really
Mouldy.
was. Old Mouldy.
Mouldy old dough, as I call him.
Exactly, Bob.
You've got a real problem with Rick Waller, haven't you?
I just,
And he's
he
probably
turns my stomach.
I know, but don't...
'Cause he's
don't say
arrogant
that.
as well, though.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Don't explain to people that...
No,
you
he
know,
is a bit
it's
arrogant.
It's his whole thing that it's the whole package, so to speak, that you don't
Well,
like.
there's another thing in this quote, because
It's
he's
not just the fact that he eats too much.
he tried apparently to lose some weight, and he said the first month I lost 11 pounds, the next I lost a stone, but in the third my body did somersaults and I put on 9 pounds. I had a slip up. I can't say when, why, or how, but it just sneaked up on me.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Don't believe it just sneaked up on
That
him.
body's never done a somersault in its life.
No, it just sneaked up on him.
me, yeah.
It was the cakes again.
Yeah.
It was the same old cakes as before. It was exactly the same problem.
Sleep eating.
Yeah.
It's called.
It was the KFC bucket again. It was the
Oh,
family-sized
dear.
KFC bucket
Oh,
for breakfast.
dear. Poor man. The other thing is that I don't think that's a very good shock tactic for a doctor to tell a 20-something, well, to be honest, you've got 20 years to live.
Yeah.
That's not... You
Doesn't mean
know,
anything
and when
when
I
you're
was 20, the thought of dying at 40 was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't want to live to 40. I
Yeah.
just thought, oh, what can you do when you're 40?
Yeah.
Just laying around doing nothing.
Eating cheese. And then you got there, and you discovered...
No, but someone sent
the dream
me...
came true.
Sophia sent me something, and she said, I realise you're not Graham Norton, but I had to send you this. And she sent me the top of a little cream cheesy thing, and it's the brand name is Gervais.
How odd that is. Have you been... They've named a cheese after you.
I think it's a big French company, and this is from the Czech Republic. It's all over Europe, and so it
That would
shows-
be a dream come true, wouldn't it, if they named a cheese after
No,
you?
I think it's probably ancestors, and so I've cheese is in my blood.
Sure.
Quite
It
literally.
literally is, yeah. Another heavy Friday night, was it?
It comes out of pores like those Play-Doh things. I can squeeze out different shapes.
Jane,
Like-
bring the Stilton in. It's Friday night. Oh,
this
man
isn't
alive.
fried.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we can't really have a go at Rick Waller. I eat too much, but
But
I
you're not
exercise.
big. I mean, one of the other contestants on the Fat Club, Celebrity Fat
isn't
Club,
it?
is another one is Jono Coleman.
Oh, we love John.
Now, Jono, I don't know, you know Jono, he's that guy who does, he used to be on TV, and I think he does a breakfast show on a rival station, doesn't he?
He's happy, isn't he?
He's so true, and he's a really nice bloke, Jono,
It's
but...
funny because he does a breakfast show on Heart, which is wrecking his own. There's a bit of irony.
I love Carl.
Thanks, Carl.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love you.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's good.
But we've met Jono a couple of times. We saw him at a couple of, not wishing to say not to show off, but a couple of awards dues.
Yeah,
And-
like that's showing off.
But
Like
there-
people would have seen dead there.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
we we went to one where everyone was in like tuxedos or suits
yeah.
and ties. Not Jono. Jono was wearing a pair of Bermuda shorts,
Big Bermuda
and a
shorts,
Hawaiian
knee-length Bermuda
shirt.
shorts with just these little.
But I saw him again another time,
feet.
and he had shorts on at
Yeah.
a similar event, and I've seen him since in the street, and he's all. I'm wondering if he can wear trousers. I don't think he can actually wear trousers. I don't know if there's a medical reason for that, whether he's just his
No,
legs
I-
are too fat.
I think the material is a waste of money. I think it's just
Yeah.
that you can get shorts that big and they're comfortable, and I mean, to be quite honest, I don't want to squeeze into a tuxedo anyway. So if you can go, I'd love to turn up those things in Bermuda shorts.
Well, of course.
Flip flops.
But do you think he started off by wearing, maybe he just had the upper half was a tuxedo with the tie
And then the
everything,
shorts for
and the shorts
comfort.
underneath, and he would just have to come in, kind of sneak behind, you know, a sideboard.
Potted plants.
Or a potted plant, or his kids, bring his kids ahead of him.
Yeah.
You know,
And then
you are
just
wearing
go-
trousers, aren't you?
You're
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
trousers. Of course I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in you
yeah.
go, in you go.
Kids move a bit. Well, no.
Exactly.
Of course I'm wearing trousers. Why
Of
would
course
I?
I'm wearing
And then he just
trousers.
thought, oh, this isn't fooling
Yeah.
anyone.
So now I'm going to make a wacky effort to sort of, you know,
The next
excuse
zone
it.
is, I've heard he's going in a grass skirt and a garland around his, and he's gonna come in limboing.
But you did ask if you could go to the BAFTAs in a dressing gown, didn't you?
Just for ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Come on.
right, is this talking about diets and stuff, right?
Go on.
They've come up with a drug that, they tested it out on a mouse, right? They said, you know, it's a problem that weight is a big issue in the world, and, you know, a lot of people are depressed, and that, probably like Rick Waller.
Well, I'm
right?
depressed looking at Rick Waller.
Well, you know,
Oh.
I mean, you could sort out Rick by, you know, Jono is an old man, he's got loads of money.
He's not old.
No, but he's getting on a bit, right?
He's about
No, but
my
hang on a
age,
minute.
you've-
What I mean is he does his own shopping, right? So I bet it's
Sorry.
hard.
What do you mean?
Because he's like, how old is he? 35. Right? He's got loads of money. He does his own shopping. So when he goes to the supermarket and he passes, you know, the sponge cake section, it must be tough when you've got loads of money to burn that you go, oh, just one more.
Yeah.
One more.
Look, we are getting close to libel here, I think.
No, but I'm saying how it is, because
Right.
I've tried, like, losing a little bit of weight.
Have you?
And it is difficult when you're in Waitrose and you see a little chocolate muffin and you think, well, one more and I'll do without...
Do you like a little chocolate muffin now and
Well,
again?
yeah, right.
Is that your favourite thing?
So the thing
a chocolate
is-
and
Let
muffin?
him finish his point.
So the thing is, right, now with Rick, he lives at home with his mum, so why doesn't his mum just say, I'm going to buy less this week, and if you eat it all, you're not getting any more?
Yeah.
That sort that
Does
out.
he
A
live with
short,
his mum?
sharp shot.
I bet he does. I bet he does. 'Cause
So
he-
you don't actually know if this is true or not.
No, but anyway, right, so this drug they've come up with...
They've tested this on mice, haven't they?
They've tested
No, I'm worried if they haven't tested it on mice. 'cause
Thank God for that.
It's definitely been tested on mice.
Definitely.
They fed a mouse a load of cake,
Yeah.
right? And it went a little bit chubby, and he said, right, stop a minute. And then they gave it this drug that makes you lose weight.
Yeah.
And its weight went down, but the only bad side effect was its eyes were popping out.
Well, that seems to be fine then. Let's give it to Jono. There doesn't seem to be any problem.
Oh,
with
let's
that.
Rick should get some of that.
Yeah, Struth, Doc, look at these. Oh, Jesus, Jono, your eyes are popping out. That happened to the mice. Sorry? That happened to the mice.
But what
do you mean?
That's the option.
What do you mean that's the option?
So I love the fact that your choice is either be like a fat, happy man who has the odd sponge cake, or a stick man with eyes on stalks. I mean, Steve's chosen that.
All right, calm down.
Oh,
I
sorry,
thought we were
mate.
slagging off Rick Waller and
Sorry,
fat
mate.
people.
Sorry,
Let's
mate.
have a go at the fat people before we start
sorry.
on me, really.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I
You know
forgot.
what I mean? It's like...
Yeah.
Because I got some issues, and body issues, you
I know.
But I mean, Rick Waller's grotesque, you know.
Yeah, sorry about
I'm
that.
just a little bit weird. I mean, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, should we play a song and?
Well, I'm
sort
just
of-
a little bit offended. That's upsetting. That's upsetting.
Vines out of the way on XFM 104.9. You're listening to the Ricky Gervais Show.
With Steve Merchant and
we've
Karl
got
Pilkington.
to try and get on though, because
got
there's
time
not
for that.
enough. No, not enough time. Let's bang on. Let's do some observations, some some
Yeah.
satirical.
Take a sideways look at the week's news.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Who's the fattest person you know, Carl? Is it an issue for you? Are you concerned about fat people?
Only if I'm travelling somewhere and there's one sat next to you. That
Yeah.
would be a bit annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ricky pointed out a few months ago when I went away, we were talking about plane journeys, and you were saying how it's a bit out of order. When you go on holiday, right, you take your suitcase with you. This is all
Was
right.
I
it's
saying
a
this
good-
on air though? Is this my question? Because there's a reason I don't say things.
No,
on air
but
sometimes.
I think you've got a good point. It made me think.
Oh no, I know what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's sort of like if you're not allowed to carry hand baggage on because you're a few pounds overweight, but there's a bloke behind you who weighs 10 stone more than you.
Yeah.
Surely the whole package should be weighed.
Yeah.
Like you and your baggage.
Absolutely.
Can
He
be
should have- he
30
should have a carrier
stone.
bag, and
So
that's-
I can take on a Labrador and a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
He can take on a towelette
Yeah. Yeah.
to wipe
Absolutely.
his brow.
Yeah. His sweaty, fatty brow.
Yeah.
No, absolutely right.
So
And that does
yeah.
wind you up, does it?
But I don't. That's the only time. I mean, people can't help it. We don't want to like come across as if we're just having a go at people who've got.
But they can help it. This is what we're saying.
No, but
No,
that's,
but
that's a
because-
little bit.
But I'm talking about obesity. I'm not talking about people who are overweight or have got a problem with eating and so on. I'm talking about people who are obese, because that seems to me to be an indulgence. I mean, I read some statistic.
Well, God, if we're getting serious, it is a problem, isn't it? Because it's an eating disorder. So what's terrible is laziness and kidding yourself. But the people who have genuinely got a problem.
But it's a
as big
genuine
problem as
concern for apparently
anorexia or-
for the future of our children. Apparently, it genuinely is.
Yeah.
Apparently, it costs. I was reading some statistic that it costs something like America. It costs them like $119 billion a year or
But
something.
that's not why
because of
people are
obesity.
starving, because fat people are eating all the food.
I'm not
There's still
saying
enough
people are
left.
starving because of fat people.
Oh, you mean?
I'm saying that it's a. No, I'm saying it's a concern.
Oh,
I don't
we
mean that-
meant we'll soon have kids and they're hungry because next door's ate all the food.
No, I just mean
Sorry.
that apparently because exercise now, people aren't taking up exercise, kids aren't
Right.
taking up exercise, that we will all be obese in years to come. Not all obese, but
Yeah.
there'll be a big obesity
Well, I
problem.
suppose the natural state for the mammals, we crave fat. We literally crave fat for hard times. But now there are no.
Well, you're all
hard
sat in
times.
offices
But
typing
you're-
away.
But our body hasn't evolved
Yeah.
to take our social input in. So we still act like mammals, and we eat and we crave it, and we like to store fat.
Yeah.
That's why we have to go jogging, because we don't hunt, we don't do anything. So it's not really their fault. I mean, it is about willpower and sort of like, you know, self hate.
But
all
in years
that,
to come, we'll have just pictures, like kids will just have pictures of, they won't have NSYNC on the wall, it'll be like sumo wrestlers.
Oh,
Or,
God. You know sumo wrestlers? I saw this thing about sumo wrestlers. Because they're athletes. They go into this thing because it's a big honour to be a sumo. It's absolutely
Really?
true, right? Yeah, absolutely true.
Yeah.
So you'd go along and you'd be 9 stone, and they have doctors there, so you have to eat to get big. Right?
Right.
And this doctor was interviewed, Japanese doctor, and he's going, you know, it is against, you'd think it's against the Hippocratic Oath, but whereas they do it anyway, I do it healthily, so he gives them diets of like, 10 pounds of rice,
Wow.
9 pounds of fish and things like that, and they get, but now, because it's such an honour, it's almost a spiritual thing to be a great sumo and that, they have apprentices willing to, you know, like when you're an apprentice, say, runner or something, you have to make the coffee, and or when you're working an apprentice in the studio, you have to clean the floor and stuff. Do you know what apprentice sumo's job is?
An apprentice sumo. Go on.
They wipe the sumo wrestler's arse because they can't reach. They literally can't reach.
Rubbish.
Right, we'll give out the
Who's
phone
taking that up as a profession?
I know. I imagine that. I'd love to be a sumo wrestler. It's a great honour, and I'd love to work under you.
Sure.
Sure. So, what will I do? Start press-ups first?
There'll be some press-ups, yeah.
Okay,
There
yeah.
will be
What,
some
shall I get
press-ups.
into the gym now and,
No, don't before you rush
Go
off.
on, go on.
You
I'm
will-
starving.
No, I can understand that.
Go on.
Would you mind wiping my arse? Because
Right.
I've just...
Can't reach?
No, I can't get the arms back there. Can't get them down
Okay.
there. So, and but I'll be honest with you, a lot of this Oriental food, it doesn't sit well with me.
So
it goes straight through me, to be honest.
So it's quite messy.
It's quite messy down there. It's
Right,
quite runny.
okay,
So
okay.
be careful.
Okay.
You
No, it's a
wear
great
some gloves.
honour.
If you want to wear gloves, wear
I
gloves.
don't want to wear gloves. I don't want to wear gloves. It's,
Well,
an
it's a-
honour.
it's an honour.
This apprenticeship is 2 years, isn't it?
You know, you're not going to take my feces and salad, are you, as souvenirs or
No,
something?
no,
'Cause it is,
no.
I
I'll be
mean-
mainly getting fat myself.
Sure.
Wiping your ass.
Yeah.
Great honour.
Yeah, no, good. Well,
Great
no,
honour.
not
If
at
someone
all.
could call in and verify that. Look at Carl looking at us like we've just said the worst thing ever. You
This
say
is
things
true,
like,
apparently.
makes your eyes pop out and put in Forrest Gump in a wheelie bin. Don't look
How
at
did-
us like that. We're talking cultural science here and wiping arses.
Yeah.
So, play a record.
Yeah, it's lowbrow and it's highbrow at the same time, Carl. That's an incredible picture.
Oh, yeah, this is for all you people who like the odd cake. This is Bowie and Sweet Thing. Do you like that?
Nice.
Sweet Thing. David Bowie.
Beautiful.
Amazing, off Diamond Dogs.
Absolutely.
We went to see him in the week, didn't we?
We did indeed, yeah. This little
Very
exclusive
tiny
gig that
little
Jonathan
gig,
Ross there
100
for us.
people.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely to see him.
Yeah, lovely to see him again.
Lovely to see Dave again.
Yeah.
No, he's looking good.
He looks great, doesn't he?
He was. Yeah. Was he bisexual? Sorry, I don't know why I brought that up.
Sorry, at the gig?
No. It's just a fact because I know he's married now, isn't he, with a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was some sort of
Oh, I think, possibly, I don't know, I wouldn't want
these pop stars. They dabble with anything, don't they? I suppose. Try anything once, don't they? These rock and roll stars.
to. But, yeah. So, if anyone knows the truth behind
Yeah,
sumo.
well, how does sumo begin? Because that's what I've never understood how it began as a sport because it's. Do you know what I mean? Because they are so huge.
Well,
So
I reckon
it's not.
I reckon it was a fat bloke who was picking on a little skinny bloke, and the skinny bloke
Right.
knew kung fu and so he goes, right, let's fight. And the fat bloke, no punching.
Yeah,
And what do
yeah.
you mean? He went, it's just leaning against each other.
Yeah,
And they went,
yeah.
well, you're bound to win. And he went, right, I've won. He went,
Yeah.
bloke, okay.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And the
Yeah.
fat
He
bloke
grabbed
said,
him. Are you wearing a nappy? Well, I'm pretty big. Yeah, I'm having
why?
problems now. I can't wipe my
I
arse.
can't wear a tuxedo. I just can't.
Exactly.
I just, that's the next step for John who's been banned wearing a thong in public. So.
But seriously, if anyone knows how sumo began, I'm genuinely interested. Email maybe ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Just because Carl, what are your thoughts? Where do you think it began? Because don't you think it's an odd sport? I mean, it is a weird.
They've always got nice hair. They seem to care about the hair a bit. don't they?
Sure.
So he's sort of nicely pinned back.
Yeah.
Are you ever asked to, when people are doing like Sharma's Britain or people are doing like big
Historical programs.
they say well we'll ask Carl about this. He might have an opinion.
Yeah.
They've got.
I'd like to see you as a pundit, definitely on those kind of on Newsnight.
It's
Yeah.
just that I think it's a funny one because the whole idea of sport is to keep fit,
Yeah.
and that's sort of, it's a bit
Yeah.
of an odd one, isn't it?
Well, it's the same as sort of like weightlifting. You have to go through all that all year to see if you can push up, something heavier than someone else. But you have to walk round in a golf buggy to for that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And take steroids and.
But
God
I
knows
mean,
what.
look. I mean, the other day, I don't do much sport. I think living in London, there's not that many areas you can go, and actually, I'm probably wrong there.
Well, there's all the gyms and sports clubs
I'm
and stuff.
probably
yeah.
wrong
And the
on
parks
that bit.
and the roads.
But look how excited I was going round to your place, Ricky, and you
Yeah.
had a little garden.
Yeah.
I haven't got a garden.
We played
And it was-
football, didn't we?
And we had a little. Well, I did.
No, you were rubbish. I beat you in penalties, 5-2, and then I beat you on knockout. I think 10-4,
No.
and he always makes an excuse. He goes, "No, start again." We didn't say that. I'm cracking up.
So, have you seen Ricky play football?
No, I've not really seen either
Right,
of you play
It's not football. You sort of do it like, it's like when you get a cat and you chuck it some wool, you sort of jump on it and lie on top of it so you can't get it, and then sort of kick it with his feet, lying on the floor.
Really?
No, what I mean is, he fouled me, and I was on one
Are you
hand.
sure he didn't just collapse
Yeah, but
because of all the stress and the exercise?
That's the other thing. That's
He
the
just
other
tumbled
thing.
on the floor,
I lo-
Stilton poured out of his mouth.
I was too strong for him.
No.
I was too strong for you.
Yeah, but you didn't last long, did you? It was like if football
I didn't want to
matches, if
last
football
long.
matches went
They
over-
just bring me on for the first 10 minutes.
Who suggested that you two play football? Did you suggest this, Rick? I
Yeah, we
can't
went round
believe it.
there. Yeah, well, yeah. We had to go and football in the garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we do?
I just had a look at your salamander.
Right, is that euphemism or? Because I know that when I first went to your house, you used to show your genitals to people a lot more than you do now. You definitely used to do that. You used to think that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is that you get to a certain age, men of a certain ilk get to a certain age and just
got
start.
it
Yeah,
out, didn't he? Yeah.
yeah. When Ross came in, he did the same.
Yeah.
It's that weird.
Yeah, I suppose. I thought, oh, you've seen it
Childlike
now. I thought
mentality.
you've seen it. You know, you weren't impressed the first time, to be
wasn't,
quite honest,
to be honest
Steve.
with you.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's it's
but,
nice.
you
Always
know,
nice.
it's
Always a treat to see.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you make of Ricky's place? What do you make of it?
Again, that's not a euphemism. It doesn't mean that I've got it's like a flat fish.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my place?
Yeah,
There it is.
It's all right. I mean, I've
You've seen better.
the pictures you've got on the wall. I'm not keen on the same sort of art as you are.
Right.
What
Have you
sort of
seen
art? Because yours is quite sort of modern art.
He's got this big like bit of
Abstract.
canvas with like just loads of dark colours on it.
Yeah.
It looks really miserable.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, it sort of brings the place down. If you're going to sell it, that woman on Channel 5, the house doctor, if she came round, she'd say, take that down, and you'll get double for it. It's just, I thought it was like a wall he was
Take that
testing.
down, get that salamander out, and just pop those back in your trousers.
yeah.
It was like he didn't know what sort of colour to use on the wall, so he's like been putting a little bit on. No, that's not good. I'll use like a bit of a darker colour.
Yeah.
And it's just loads of different.
Are you Brian Sewell? Because you're just saying.
So what kind of art do you like? I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I like
Athena.
I like Lowry.
Larry, the worst painter in the world. The most overrated.
You see, it depends. You're getting excited about
Rubbish.
your stuff you've got on. Lowry, right?
Yeah.
You can look at
He
his,
really is the Brian and Michael.
No.
Of the, well,
but it's real, isn't it? Right?
what do you mean it's real?
It's real. You look at his picture and you see like little disabled people walking about. You see kids
That's not real, then.
playing with like footballs. You've got your dad coming home from work, working in the factory. Got a little dog barking. It's life, right? And you can look at it for like 10 minutes, go away, go and watch telly or something for a bit, go back to it, and you'll see different things in it.
Really?
That's
Really? What
why-
is it like? One of those magic eyes?
You sure that's not a telly?
Yeah. You've been
sure
looking out the window, Carl.
You sure you weren't watching When the Boat Comes In?
People will agree with me. It's better than your stuff that you buy.
This show started off slick.
Yeah.
We had something to say.
No, what are you talking about? We're now discussing art.
We were taking the big out of fat people, and now it's
And now
all-
you've taken it all highbrow, Carl.
play a record. We'll come back to fatties. Badly Drawn Boy, something to talk about on XFM 104.9. You're listening to Ricky Gervais.
Well, then Steve Mitchell.
Well, let's just get on with we've already had a complaint.
Yeah.
Someone saying, your TV show's so good, why is your radio show so hard work, you useless fat...
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You can't please everyone, Carl. It's like Lowry. Some people like Lowry. Some people like that fella who did the dark painting for me.
Talking of emails, there was some guy. He hasn't mentioned
Larry's
his name, or maybe
rubbish.
his name's Steve. But he said that he was checking out the The Office DVDs. DVD's going on sale, isn't it, soon? I think the video and the DVD of The Office are going on sale soon. But he was checking it out on Amazon, and he said that, it says on there, and I did check it, double check it, that, it includes, some special frottage. Or special frottage.
Oh,
is that how
frottage.
it's correctly pronounced?
Is that mutual doing it to each
I
other?
think it's
or is
sexual.
or is it the rubbing up against each other?
Yeah.
It's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
is
some
that
sort
what it
of-
is? It's where you rub up against people?
I don't know, it's something like that. Yeah.
But so there's some special frottage on there.
Yeah.
Look forward to that on the DVD.
I think they mean footage.
I'm imagining so.
If you're buying it for frottage, you are going to
Yeah,
be
you're gonna be sorely
disappointed.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to... That first hour then was about eating too much, wasn't it? I think we can...
That's essentially
put
what
that-
we talked about, yeah.
That is probably... Do you know, I read something interesting. You know, they've banned... I used to get the Guinness Book of Records every year from about the age of 10 onwards. And, I went to the section, like, you know, the biggest, fattest, all that, right? And there used to be gluttony records. And it was like these ridiculous looking Texans and how many hamburgers they can eat. And of course they would... It was just so dangerous. They've put it down to how many hamburgers you can eat in a minute now.
Yeah.
And so they've brought it down to things like 17. You
Yeah,
know, they still
yeah.
burst their stomach at hospital. But I remember I was watching the Big Brother when they had to break that record, you know, like eating sweet corn and balancing. I was thinking, who wants to beat that record?
Yeah.
Most of the records in the Guinness Book of Records exist because no one wants to contest them. There's one in there, a bloke there, had his picture taken with a milk bottle on his head, and it's the record for having a milk bottle on his head.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 days, I want to go, no one wants to beat that record. And there was one in there, this is amazing, this is absolutely true, right? Last year's Guinness Book of Records, it says, in Thailand in 1988, some sort of temple or ceremony, these incense burners fell over and I think crushed people or burnt people to death. 7 people died, and it's under the heading "Worst Joss Stick Disaster Ever." Do you reckon they're going to try and beat that one?
Oh, God.
There's a guy up north, right, who's he's in the Guinness Book of Records for being able to put a car, a little Mini,
Up his arse.
on his head, right? And you think, oh, that's good, but without the engine in.
I know the fact that he puts this thing that still weighs like, 50 stones on his head, and you're going, boo!
Yeah.
What do you mean he puts the Mini on his head?
He wears a little cap with a little bit of sponge on,
They all do up there.
and he picks up this Mini,
Yeah, go on.
and it takes like 2 blokes to put it on his head, and then he walks around for about 10 seconds showing off, but it doesn't have the engine in it. So I mean, if you're going to do it,
Yeah. Go the whole hog is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
See, the reason I think he didn't do it with the engine in is because he couldn't, Carl.
Yeah.
we'll do a motorbike or something.
My mate went to see that, what's that circus that came to London? And that was in, the Camden, and it's sort of like really weird sort of gothic thing.
Oh, right, yes, I
And,
remember.
there's he said at one point, this nude woman got into a jar. He went, but it was a big jar. He said it was a jar big enough for a woman.
Yeah.
People want to go, boo!
Yeah.
But, get into a jam jar,
Exactly.
and, I'll be applauding. But it's a big jar.
That's a jar shaped like you.
I will get into a wardrobe. What, that big wardrobe? Yeah, I can get into that. No, I will get into the
Well, I
wardrobe.
remember, I told you about this before, Rick. I was devastated a couple of years ago, when I read about that guy that won the world record for staying underground the longest. Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened, right? He got in this box, and he was buried like 10 feet underground.
It was in a pub car park in
Yeah,
Mansfield.
and the only way he
near
could
Nottingham.
communicate was through this tube that they had that went up to the surface, and he could talk to people, and I assume that was how he got oxygen. And it said that while he was down there, right, he began and ended a relationship with a woman.
She put a
she was
note
a
down.
passerby, she chatted to him, they start this relationship, and they ended it, right? Now, my point was, right, obviously, my luck with the ladies is not triumphant, and, I haven't got a girlfriend or whatever.
You're not
and
Don Juan.
Well, exactly right. And what I'm saying is, when you read that there's a man 10 feet underground pulling women through a tube,
Yeah.
you've got to sit yourself down and ask yourself some very serious questions.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
a little bit, as you can imagine, a little bit upset
From
by
the
that.
Midlands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit devastated.
Oh dear.
Really upset me.
Do you what is your method now of do you still throw little rocks at them and go, over here?
Yeah, there was a kid I remember at our school, Mark Johnson, when we were like 10 or something, and we were talking about Guinness Book of Records, and Mark Johnson went, yeah, I'm in the Guinness Book of Records. I thought, I'm intrigued. You're a 10-year-old. I said, go on. He went, no, I don't, does this qualify? Does this qualify? He claimed that he was in America once, and he went to see, a baseball game, and supposedly that game was the world record for the number of people in an audience for a baseball game. It was like some massive stadium, and this was the most people ever.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't count.
And he claims he was there.
I don't reckon it was listed.
Well,
I don't reckon Mark Johnson got his name on that list.
Exactly.
Ross McWhirter would be going, but that's the whole book.
But I
if we
think I
list
remember
them
him
all."
looking it up and going, there it is, I was there.
Yeah,
Does that count? I mean,
no, I don't.
I've done a similar thing. There was an ice hockey game in Manchester.
Sure.
And they filled it. It was the arena.
Yeah.
They had an ice hockey game, and I was part of it, but I wouldn't go around bragging.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Now you've brought it up, I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but you're not going to boast about it.
Nah.
You're not going to get a t-shirt made.
What's the best thing you've ever done?
I don't know.
Come on. What's the best thing you've ever done that we will go, did you really do that, Carl?
You see, it's weird, because I've been thinking about this quite a bit. Because I'm 30 on Monday.
Are you?
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to try and get presents, aren't you, from the listener?
No.
I say listener.
Yeah.
But I kind of was thinking, have I had a good 30 years?
What do you think?
I don't know.
Carl, is this going to get a bit melancholy now?
Yeah.
Because we've been having a few laughs at the expense of fat people. I'm not sure we want you to bring it down now.
No. We've
just-
been having a jolly laugh about people who are morbidly obese.
It's
Yeah.
always when my girlfriend's working away, I always think about odd things,
Do you?
odd times.
Doesn't she leave you shiny things or videos in so you don't get too depressed and you can...
Well, last night when I sent you that text. That was...
Right.
And a comic book, or one of those flick books. You just maybe draw a quick flick book, send that in.
But thank you very much.
But thanks for thinking of us.
I woke up this morning, yeah.
Feeling fine.
It's not a blues song. And I turned my phone on, and it was from Carl, and it went, forget it, I've made my mind up. And I thought,
Wow.
what is that? And I
Forget
phoned him.
it, I've made my mind.
Yeah, I went, Carl, what is it? He went, oh no, it's about the text I sent you last night. I went, well, what was it? I just got this text. He went, I was just wondering, I was thinking last night. He said, supposing you had to have your hands removed,
Sure.
right? And the doctor said, well, you can either have them stay like that with stumps, or I can sew feet there. What would you have? And I was bleary-eyed, and I went, the stumps? He went, yeah. I went, all right? He went, yeah.
And then what
that-
was his follow-up text to that?
And then I got the text, it was obviously before it, and it went, and it was like quite serious. What would you do if surgeon not doing your hands? Would you have stumps or the feet, right? Now the way, when I said he's made his mind up, and I went the stumps, he went, yeah. I think secretly he decided on the feet, but was too embarrassed to tell me.
There's a little bit of what would you do? Because
But why did you think of this? Why did you think of this?
Girlfriend's
this come
away,
about?
right?
Yeah, no, that's not why you start thinking bizarre
I'll tell
surgery
you now,
devices.
right? I'll let you into my little mind, right? Last night, I had some beans on toast, right? 'Cause she was away,
It's good already.
She was away, she had some beans on toast, she
Yeah.
went wild.
Yeah.
right? Now, I was stood up. I live on on a high street, right? So I'm washing up. I'm looking out the window. First thing that had my attention is I can look into other people's flats, right?
Yeah.
And it was weird how all these different lives were going on. I was watching them, and everybody had the telly on and was watching Volcano, right? Which was on last night.
Right.
And I thought, oh, that's weird, right? I can see them all watching it. And it was like a little Chinese lad who was dancing around in some underpants. And then there's a little old woman who lives downstairs who was reading a book, and she's always reading a book every night, and it's like, I have a better life than her. And then there's like some sort of bouncer who's always getting ready to go out late at night with all the black on. He looks like a bouncer. So I was watching all this life going on. I thought,
Did you witness a murder while you were doing this?
Yeah.
it was like that sort of Sliver film where that bloke had loads of tellies watching
Yeah,
people's
sure.
lives. So that was going on in my mind. And then I was washing up, and I picked up the plate, and I thought, oh, it's amazing, isn't it? The human body, the way you can just sort of, I want to pick that up, and you do.
Yes.
And the way your hands work, right?
Yeah.
You've got 5 little digits, but it's just the right amount to do what
Yeah.
you've got to do, right? So I'm cleaning the plate.
Sorry, Carl. Stop. It's just the right amount. Might be one of the most genius things I've ever heard said. I would love David Attenborough to phone you up and say, Carl, how do I word this about the evolution of the mammalian front limb? Just go, we'll just say it's the right amount.
But it is.
It is.
One
Of course
extra
it
would
is.
get in the way.
Yeah.
And one less would just make it that little bit more tricky when picking up a bit of a slippery dish.
Sure, or buying gloves. Yeah.
A slippery dish.
So then I was thinking, right, imagine like going to the doctors and he's saying, yeah, everything's all right, your heart's good and everything, but
Your art's good? What, your Larry's, or...?
yeah, your heart, you're in good form and what have
Sure.
you. It's good news. You know, I had Jono in earlier. He's not looking good.
Yeah. I had Fat Swaller.
But
yeah.
you're all right. But your hands need to come off.
Right. Blimey.
But
That's bad. Like, I'd get a second opinion initially.
But a better good news, I've got a nice pair of feet I can
Sure.
sort you out with.
Yeah.
And he puts them on, and then I was thinking, right, first of all, washing up, what would that be like? I thought,
Steve.
that'd be
It's
tricky.
right. Yeah.
And then the second thing was, it'd probably ruin the sort of the shape of your jumper.
Because you had to keep putting the feet through there. Yeah.
And then I thought, but I could still cycle in
Okay.
to work.
You could run in.
Well, that's the thing.
You'd be really
Yeah.
fast.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought I could still cycle because I could balance, and then I thought, but the only thing is I probably couldn't pull the brakes. Because of the little short things.
Yeah.
And then, like you, I thought, but then again, you're running in half the time. So that's what was going on in last night.
Right.
That's what I was thinking about.
Did you
How
ever...
long did this take?
Well, how long does it take to wash up?
Right. Because I imagine you just being there for, like, all night.
Probably 25 minutes.
How long did the little Chinese fella dance for in his pants?
He's always doing it. Last night he was at it for like 10 minutes.
Just, yeah.
And his girlfriend never sits in the same room as him. She's always sat in the bedroom.
She's going, you dance in pants again, I go in next
Yeah.
door.
Well, she was in the bedroom. She's always in the bedroom, sat on the floor, on the mobile phone.
Right.
All
Really?
the time, yeah. It's weird how people's lives are just like, it is like that Groundhog Day thing. It's like, you know, he's jumping about in his underpants. The old woman's sat there reading a book.
Yeah.
And that's what got me thinking about my life.
Do you think
I
she
thought,
ever
Are you
goes...
sure she's not dead? Every time you look down there, she's just flicking through it. She's just reading this book. The pages never turn. She never seems to finish it. She never moves from her chair.
Are you sure the Chinese
Her
girl's
cats
going...
are dead around her.
I'm going into next door again. That little
Yeah.
round-headed
The
fella's
smell.
looking in. He's looking in at me. The bouncer goes, "Don't worry, love, I'll go and beat him
That's-
up." But he's
that's
always
true.
getting ready.
That's true. They're
They
probably-
see you staring at and washing up, going, "I could have feet here," and they get
Yeah.
scared. The old woman's dead. Oh,
Carl,
dear.
can you tell us roughly which neighbourhood you live in, so that we know?
It's central.
Central, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine if that little... Was he a Chinese fella, did you say?
Yeah.
Imagine if he was listening now. I'd love him to call in and explain his actions.
Well, he might be on some other radio station talking about a lad who's always washing up and looking at his hands in a mysterious way.
Yeah.
But do we know this doctor that would go, "Well, all right, Carl, you can either leave them as stumps or I've got a little pair of feet." Why? I mean, I told Jane this, and Jane went, "Is that the only choice? You could say, could I have some dead man's hands? Have you got any? Where do you get the feet from? Where do you get the feet from? Can I have? What would you rather have then? Human feet or monkey paws?"
Well, I mean, that wasn't an option last night. That if the doctors said...
No, it
this
wasn't
is-
an option last night, but don't forget, it's in your head, Carl. This didn't happen.
No, but I'm just saying, at the time, that's all the doctor had to offer.
But you know, it's your head. You can go anywhere. No, it wasn't a real doctor to offer. It's in your head. You can go anywhere. You're not trapped.
Yeah, but if you can do anything, then you'd say, we'll sort us out some other hands.
Fair point. Let's play a record.
We gotta come back to this. Strokes, someday, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais.
Lads, can I just stop you there straight
Right,
away? Because
listen.
the record finished before we'd finished chatting about what we're going to do
Well,
next.
we're gonna do Carl's stupid competition again. We're just trying to get the. I think that.
What are the rules?
Right, I
Because
think
last
that-
week it was a shambles, Rick.
I know, it was too easy. That's
The
why.
week before, I should say.
I think people should phone up now and be held in a queue, and then he should have the clue. Otherwise, because people are just phone up when they know the answer or not.
But how is that entertaining to the listener?
It's not.
That's what I'm going
I
to throw
don't think-
back at you straight away.
I don't think this is entertaining at all. I just think people might want to talk to Carl for just a
Right.
split second.
The way we'll do it, right?
Yeah.
Right? This is me role here, right? This is the way we're going to do it.
Right.
We're going to say, if you want to win The Office on VHS, right? You can call
Don't
up now.
say it like that. Like
Yeah,
it's a
don't say it
rubbish
like-
prize.
There is some. If you get the DVD, there's some special frottage. All right, so it's impressive.
Right. So they call up now on 08 700 800 1234. Right.
Yeah.
We bung on a bit of Elton John in a bit. Right. We line up 2 callers.
Look forward to that. It's a beautiful track.
Yeah. We line up 2 callers.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have them on the air and we say, right, I'm going to tell you the little story. You've got to tell me what song it is. And they're playing against each other.
Well,
Right.
could they be up at the same time then, so I can speak at the same time?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But how can they play against each other? Because they haven't got buzzers or
It's the
anything.
first one. They can say the name. They can shout out the name. And it's organised.
Have
Don't
they
just
got as many goes as they want?
No, I think they should have one go at a time, and then the other person can have a go, and then they can have another go.
Yeah.
It's like duelling.
It's like duelling.
And if they don't win, no one wins this week. We're not giving away prizes willy-nilly.
Sure.
You know, we can give one away next week again.
Because you know, like,
Maybe
The
give
Office
away-
is not costing us anything. Because we were, involved.
I
We
know,
can get
but
as many copies as you want of that.
I like
Seriously.
it. I like it when,
We got them
this-
coming out of our...
Do you think the listeners are usually in on sort of board meetings like this? Or do you they
I
usually-
said this before, guys. I said before.
I
We should
know.
do this off air, but you refused to chat.
Imagine Chris Talent going, hold on, what, they can, what do they do?
They can phone a friend.
They just phone a friend. Look, come down to, right, okay, look, we haven't got this.
We've got
right,
this
right.
sorted.
What
Phone
if
up
you do-
now. Phone up. We'll play some adverts. Phone
Yeah.
up now.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the plan then.
Okay, we're going to have a beautiful track here. Continuing our...
Wait,
don't-
whoa,
whoa, hold on, wait. Steve.
Go on.
Right, I've said your name 5 times now. I don't need to mention you at all next week. Right? We're going to play, Elton John, continuing our sort of thing of don't diss them just because they're old and bald now.
Yeah.
They used to be good. This is a beautiful track. I dissed him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Called Tiny Dance. So we're going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Enjoy
listener.
that,
And then...
if not the
now,
show.
Steve, what were you going to say?
Thanks for asking. I was just going to say, what should the audience be doing now? If they're listening at home, they want to play the game, what should they be doing, Carl? Should they be phoning
Say
you
the
now?
phone number
They
again.
should be ringing 08 700 800 1234.
08700 800 1234.
And 2 lucky contestants get to play your game.
Yeah, what's the song?
What's the song that Carl's thinking
Could I
of?
give you a clue when you call up? You've got more chance of playing if you don't sound like a mentalist.
Exactly. Most of the people that phone sound a bit like Carl. We're not interested. We don't want those
No.
sort of people.
Yeah.
We want people who can, who are maybe eloquent.
Why you watch me in my pants? Elton John, Tiny Dancer. What
Beautiful.
a great track.
Oh, it's
that is.
magnificent.
Well, we've got... despite Carl's actions, you should have seen Carl. It was like squiddly diddly. His arms and legs there. He'd have been better with feet, I'll tell you. He didn't know what he was doing. We were getting angry. At one point, he went, we get a man and a woman. And bloke phones up. He goes, are you a bloke? Bloke goes, yeah. He goes, hold on. And then another bloke goes, you're a bloke. We wanted a woman. And the bloke said, I've got what? He goes, put the woman on. She came on, he went, are you the woman? It's the way he speaks
he's
to people.
magnificent.
So who have we got on the line?
Here's the woman.
It's the woman. Hello.
Hello,
Hi, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, right. Steve, you want to be rooting for this?
Well, I think we should. It seems to me because you may need some help because obviously Carl's mind is a viper's nest.
Yeah.
It's a jungle in there.
Yeah.
So if you want to call on anyone at any point, maybe you've got some questions you want to just consult or confer, then I'll be on
I
your
might have
side.
to.
You're
Then
like,
I-
you're like her phone a friend.
Exactly. I'm the phone a friend. I'm
And
the
who's-
ask the audience.
Who's the
And-
bloke?
Here's the bloke.
It's Owen.
Owen. Okay, I'll be helping you out should you need any help or clues as as insight into Carl's mind. I must tell you though, we don't know what Carl's going to come up with now either.
No.
we
I
keep it real like this.
I
Go
should
on.
just say for people who've not heard the show before, this is where Carl now will tell us a cryptic story, and basically hidden within that will be a clue to the title of a song.
I say cryptic. It's
Gobbledygook. Yeah. Nonsense.
So okay then, just to find out who goes first, my lad or your girl. I'm going to toss a coin in my head.
Okay.
So who can guess?
Well,
first?
ladies first. Ladies first.
Okay,
what was your
so-
name again? Sorry.
Sarah.
Sarah.
So Sarah. Okay. So
Sarah, heads or tails?
Heads or tails?
Tails.
No. Right, my lad will go first.
Okay. So
then.
so what this means is when he's finished the cryptic clue, you, Owen, will get to guess first. But if you get it wrong, it goes over to Sarah, and then back and forth until hopefully one of you gets it right.
Okay.
We could be here for some time.
Yeah.
Right, and what are we playing for here?
Of DVD or video of The Office?
Whatever we can
Whatever
find,
you've
okay.
got,
Yeah.
whatever format you've got.
Yeah.
Okay
Yeah,
then.
brilliant.
Okay, Carl, go.
Right, so here we go.
So
then,
it's the
right?
name of a song we're looking for. Brilliant.
Right, this bloke, he's had a good night out at the
Yeah.
pub,
This is probably all irrelevant. Remember that, Owen? This could all be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So he's had a good night out with his mates and that, and he's really enjoyed himself. And he's on his way home, and it's just like any ordinary night, right? Everything's just normal. He's seen the same people leaving the pub, going home, and he's like, see you tomorrow night. I'll be out tomorrow, 7:30 and what have you. And they're on the way home, and it's a nice night. Everything's nice, and he's walking home, and he sees this sort of smoke coming out of a grid. Right?
Some smoke coming out of a grid.
Yeah, a bit of like smoke, and he thinks, what's that? Right? And this is what's weird, because it's like any other normal night, but this time the smoke coming out the grid, and he goes over to it, and he can hear some moaning. Right? It's like, ooh. So he thinks this isn't right. So he stands over the grid, and he's looking down it, and he can't see anything. So he lifts the grid up. Right?
Do you mean a grill?
No, a grid.
A
you know,
grid?
like a grid in the street.
What?
Yeah, he
Not
means
really.
a grill.
A grill.
He means a grill.
Okay.
Okay. And he lifts it off, and he's looking in, and like more smoke's coming out, and he can hear the moaning getting louder, and then this little demon pops his head out.
Oh.
Right?
Bloody demons.
And he goes, are you alright?
Yeah.
And the little demon goes, oh, I'm hurting. And he goes, what do you mean you're hurting? He said, oh, it's dead hot down there, you know. and it's weird, because he works it out that it's like come from hell. Right?
Yes.
And he's going, oh, I'm all hot and burning, all his skin's sort of really red raw because of all the flames in hell and stuff. So he goes, oh, he said, I tell you what, I'll take you to the doctors. And the little demon's like, what, you'll do that for me? And he goes, yeah, I'll do that. And he takes him to the doctors. What's the song?
That was Ricky Gervais, Next FM. It's 3 o'clock now. We're going over to Natasha. Thanks very much. See you next week. Bye.
Man, that was quite a long story.
Ooh.
Is Owen and Sarah still there?
Yeah.
Have you dozed off? You still with us?
Okay, Owen.
Any clues?
No, not yet.
I
You gotta
haven't
make
got a
guess.
clue. I haven't got. I have no idea. Can I think out loud with Owen? Do you think?
No,
To
I
help
think
him?
Owen needs to at least have a guess before
Go on, have
we
a
can-
guess, Owen.
Smoke on the water.
No.
Well, it's not, is it? So
not gonna be that.
okay. Over to
Sarah,
you.
what do you think?
Bat out of hell.
It's a good guess.
No, not.
It's not right.
Not right.
Right, Carl. You'd have to give him a little clue.
Well, think about the little fella.
Think about the little demon.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's the clue.
Brilliant. Thanks for that.
Where did I say he came from?
Highway to Hell.
On the right, along the right lines, but not the right song. Back
Sarah?
to Sarah.
Stairway to heaven.
Oh.
Carl, if this is rubbish, I'm never working with you again. If this doesn't work,
What do you mean, if this is
Right.
rubbish?
Right. Okay. Take the main bit of the story. What's happened?
We don't know what
what's
the
the
name
main bit of
is.
the story? It took 30 minutes.
The grid. There's the grid. We got the grid, the
yeah.
smoke.
What's
It's
he
got-
done? How did the story end?
He
He's
went to the
taken
doctor. He went to the doctor. That's
He
the
went to
clue.
the
He went to the doctor.
Who did he take to the doctor?
He went to
The little demon fella.
Why did he do that? Sarah,
'cause
come
he-
on. That's a big clue.
Right. Why did Sarah? Come on. Let's think about this. Why would he take a little burnt demon? To...
Was he burnt?
He was
Well,
burnt, wasn't he?
He's from hell.
Yeah.
All the flames and that, and all his skin's
Hell.
really raw, and he was moaning in pain. And the little fella goes, yeah, I am on the way home. My tea's going to be in the oven and everything, but do you know what? I'm going to take you to the doctors and sort you out.
Sick.
Doctors.
Doctors. Oh, God.
Is there
no.
anyone you got there in the house who could maybe help you? Like a sort of 8-year-old child?
yeah. An alien.
Yeah.
I've got a 3-month-old baby.
Oh.
He probably talks more sense.
Yeah.
Not than you. Than Carl, we mean. Right.
Right, I'll tell you what, let's play a record.
But these
let's all
poor-
have a chat.
These poor people have got lives.
Sure.
They've
Oh,
got
yeah,
to
like
do
we
so-
haven't.
No, but I know, Carl, this is...
There's so many things I could be doing instead of this, Rick.
I know, but Carl,
We'll play some ads, right? and
they
come
can't
back.
stay on the line
They've
for...
got 3 minutes. They're playing for a video here. They've got 3 minutes to think about it. Is that all right with you?
Okay.
Yeah, and is that all right, Owen?
Yep.
Sorted.
XFM.
Right.
Please try and guess this, because Carl's threatening to roll it over to next week.
Oh.
I know, I don't want to live a week trying to think of a little burnt devil in a grid, as he calls it.
Burnt
Right.
devil in the grid.
Devil in a grid
Devil in
by
a grid.
excess.
Smoky devil.
Oh, God.
Oh, burnt devil grid.
Sarah, any
Grid? What's a grid?
any
He means a
idea?
grill. He
A
means
grill.
the little thing in the smoke. Burn.
Smoke on the water. smoke.
Barbecue to doctor.
Burnt. Doctor.
Owen, any ideas?
Devil Without a Cause by Kid Rock.
No. What we're gonna
Oh,
do?
is,
here, then?
is the word devil right?
Yeah.
So devil's a key word here.
And you're thinking about what's the bloke done? He's took him to
Devil,
the doctors.
isn't he? They can't
Why
really
did he do that? Why didn't he just say, oh yeah, it looks terrible, but I've got to get off home?
He's a good
He's a
Samaritan.
good Samaritan.
Right.
He's a good guy. He's
He's a good guy.
Saviour.
devil.
Saviour devil for later.
We're really running out of
I've got
time.
it. I've got it.
Have you really?
Sarah,
Yeah.
I tell you this, love. You have got something to entertain yourself with in about 3 weeks' time when we get the DVDs and videos through.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sympathy for the Devil.
Well done!
Sympathy for the Devil.
Carl,
Oh,
it's
man
rubbish,
alive.
mate. It's rubbish. That's not a cryptic clue.
It's not rubbish.
Sympathy for the devil. You said he wasn't the devil. You said he was a demon. Right.
Yeah, but I
One.
couldn't- no.
Right. Okay. Sympathy for. What's all that rubbish about him being burnt and taken to the hospital?
Sorry, Rick, but I'm noting a little whiff of jealousy there.
It's so rubbish.
No, I'm sorry, but Sarah is
It's
happy.
not allowed to try and make people
Her
guess.
baby is happy.
Sarah,
Her husband, or maybe partner,
Sorry,
maybe they're not
Owen.
married, maybe they're living in sin. He's also happy.
Yeah.
They're happy. That household is happy.
Owen's
Owen,
gutted.
devastated.
Static.
Yeah.
Owen.
Do you want it on DVD or video?
DVD, please.
DVD.
Sarah,
Okay.
thank you very much indeed for playing. Owen,
Cheers, Sarah.
commiserations.
Sorry, Owen.
yeah.
Triumphant. Another
You're so
triumph.
rubbish, Carl. You are so rubbish.
There you got it right.
Oh
didn't you?
dear.
Rubbish.
Well done, Steve.
Jealous. I loved it. I
Rubbish.
thought it was a great one.
It's-
Nice one.